Well, hi everybody. My name is Bob Scherzeis, and I'm President and CEO of LEAP, Lansing Economic Area Partnership. We work on all that is economic development in the global Lansing community. That's Ingham, Eaton, and Clinton County, taking our message and our product and our opportunities to the entire world, connecting people and business. And we've had a great couple weeks in economic development. Please look down at the list of all the different links to news articles about economic development. Again, it's just incredible all that is going on in the greater Lansing area. Today I'm with Tony Willis, who is LEAP's manager and director of the New Economy Division. And Tony, I always say, while we do a lot of buildings, and certainly our bottom line is creating lots and lots of jobs for families in our region, which we do year in and year out via the private sector, we have a lot of great programs that enhance entrepreneurialism, placemaking, diversity, and we did something really special a couple weeks ago with the refugee community here, the new Americans, right?
Yes.
And why don't you tell us about what LEAP did as far as a business pitch competition there?
Yeah, absolutely, Bob. So last week, Tuesday, we held our second annual Newcomers, New Ideas. This is in partnership with the Refugee Development Center. This is a program, a part of their Globe Camp. So each year, they host a camp called Globe Camp, which is new Americans or new individuals to America, refugees, that they get them to really understand the community as a whole. And part of that camp we started last year was doing the entrepreneurial aspect of it. Look at those individuals, look at our community and say, this could be added here. I have a skill set that could be added here. Or I wish that my community could have this type of business endeavor or engagement in the community. So we had 70 students participate in Globe Camp this year. We had, I think that made 11 teams that pitched their ideas. And ideas range from everything from different shelters for the homeless, services for people that are disabled, for other refugees that are new to the area. Soccer is a universal language, it seems like. So they had a cool idea to make a soccer-themed store and engagement camp. So that was a great idea. And the ideas just kept flowing. The best one that stood out to us was a group of individuals, a diverse group. They wanted to create a school, a super inclusive school that taught multiple languages and that showed the different histories, different cultures, to make sure that their whole idea was to help end racism and help bring people together, because I think there's too much hate. And these were, middle schoolers and high schoolers that thought of this idea. So having that type of vision was great.
Can you take a guess as to what different kinds of countries were represented in this event?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we had individuals represented from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, from Syria, from Nepal. It's a large amount. So if you don't know, that the Lansing region is home of 18,000 refugees.
Right. Some say that we're the fourth largest refugee center in America.
That is correct.
Which we are very proud of.
Absolutely.
Because the literature shows that these folks are not a subtraction, but only in addition to our economy.
Couldn't agree more.
And importantly, as I think everyone knows, oftentimes it's entrepreneurialism.
Yeah.
They get out, scratch it out, build a new business in our neighborhoods. And so this is why, as an economic development strategy, we realize, wait a minute, we're blessed with a renewal of talent, not only at Michigan State University, which is incredible, every year, 40,000 some plus new talented people rotating in and out, right?
Right.
But here we have this incredible system of new Americans rotating in and out as well. And these are folks that, from an economic development strategy, are going to be starting businesses, are going to be contributing, are good employees.
Absolutely.
They're add-ons. And so we're business pitch competition is one way to reach out into that community, build trust, build knowledge between one another, and hopefully create some business and jobs for America.
That is correct. You've nailed it on the head right there. So it was a great event for our second annual, and this year in the fall we're looking at doing more for the adults this time too. So it keeps on going.
Great job, Tony. You're changing people's lives, and that's what LEAP is all about. All right, like magic now, it's Josh Holliday. Josh is our Tri-County manager. He works so hard on a daily basis representing all of our sort of out-county areas, which are terrific elements and pieces of our global Lansing economic development strategy. And Josh, as well, is our placemaking director. But Josh has even more hats than that, naturally. And so one of our big strategies in economic development at LEAP and throughout our community is here we have 40,000 plus Michigan State University students rotating in and out. What a talent pool. People talk about the lack of or the difficulty in finding talent for employers. Well, my gosh, here in the Lansing community, we have 40,000, incredibly bright young people year in and year out. But we have students, of course, well beyond Michigan State University. We have Lansing Community College, which is ranked as the #1 community college in the state of Michigan, and we have a variety of branch offices and schools of universities from across the state here too. So we want to build a place along with jobs and convince these people to stay, consider staying. And we're doing a much, much better job as a region in doing that. But one slice of that, Josh, is connecting interns from those schools with our corporations, but also with our community. And so Chris Sell from Michigan State University, 2 years now, with an amazing team of volunteers and partners and sponsors, importantly, has put together a program to address that one slice of the issue, connecting interns to our community, to our corporations, and building that cycle. You are the chair of that 501 board, and you had an amazing event a week or two ago. Tell us all about the most recent 501 event.
Yeah, absolutely. So as 501, we're trying to be the go-to experience maker here in the region. We know that our companies and the HR departments are thinking about their interns' happiness here in the Lansing region between 9 and 5. But at 501, they're turning them over to us to help showcase why Lansing's a great community that they would want to stay in after they graduate from college. And so we made a really unique event in an airport hangar at the Capital Region International Airport and featured the runway, which is the fashion incubator here out of LEAP. And so we were able to showcase the bustling creative economy happening here with a fashion show, and we had runway on the runway. Yeah. And we had vendors that were selling their goods and showcasing their businesses, and it was really a spectacular event. We had almost 400 people there.
Wow.
And it was really special.
That is amazing.
Yes. So a great night, and we look forward to another summer next year doing some really unique events and creating some amazing culture within the region.
Well, so thank you to number one, Chris Sell, the board of directors, the chair, Josh, all the volunteers that make it happen, the sponsors for sure that make it happen.
Absolutely.
Well, what another great way of demonstrating that the Lansing region is really on the cutting edge of understanding all different kinds of facets of economic development, and this is really important. Over 400 people, a fashion show at the International Airport, our Port Authority. I mean, this was a really great event. But Josh, we don't even stop there because you are, as I said, our LEAP manager of placemaking as well. And this is where we try to shift our image of our region to what it really is, which is one of nuclear physics, which is one of arts and culture and New York-sized entertainment, football, basketball games, the Wharton Center, the Broad Museum, Riverwalk Theater, and so much more. Our beautiful downtowns and nightlife, the riverfront. Last Saturday night, jam downtown. You couldn't get a kayak on the river. It was as busy on the river as it was on the river front, you know what I mean? And so all of these things add up. But so in the pure arts area, Josh, we have a little placemaking program that we unveiled this week called Engage. And why don't you talk about Engage for a minute?
Yeah, so Engage is our opportunity to work with communities to advance a project that they would like to see, something that they believe is going to be transformative in their ability to grow and prosper as a community. And so we worked with Charlotte, and we unveiled 2 artistically painted pianos, so employed 2 artists that are living at the Win Walker Underground Gallery in downtown Charlotte. Worked with Win Walker, who was a tremendous partner in helping us accomplish this. And it's part of an initiative called Keys in the Cities that's been here in the region. But they wanted to extend 2 pianos to downtown Charlotte. That creates and builds upon the vibrancy that's happening and the Main Street program that's happening down there. So it was an amazing collaborative effort, and it's fun to walk by and seeing kids plunk out on those pianos. We unveiled them this week, and I went just on the street for 10 minutes, and I came back, and there was a family that was playing on it as soon as I came back, 10 minutes after the unveiling.
So I was saying at the event, Josh, that certainly we land big manufacturing plants, and we land corporate headquarters, and we help start up high-tech companies, all of that. I mean, it goes beyond obvious. Huge multi-use sky rises, buildings on the skyline. But But that little piano and these little pieces of art around our community matter as much. I am convinced of it. When someone drives by, it makes them feel good. And don't underestimate the psychological importance of that in economic development. It's a business, it's a person, but someone is deciding at all times, life is about choice. Am I going to stay here ultimately, or am I going to leave? Am I going to disinvest, or am I going to invest? Am I going to accept the job offer with my family to move from Denver or London to Lansing, or is this not up to par, up to standard for me?
Yeah.
And that's why placemaking is so critical, along with the job and the brick and mortar. And so I thought it was a really terrific event. Josh, good job. We're going to announce several more here in just the next couple weeks around the community.
Absolutely.
Good job.
Thanks, Bob.
Just one more little announcement. This weekend is Jazz Fest in Old Town, and this is one of the Midwest's premier music festivals. It is one of the great weekends of the entire year here in the greater Lansing area. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you as usual to our great friend and ambassador for the region, Terry and the MICA organization. Come on down. You can buy tickets. You can stand around and just listen to the music. You can get food and drink, and it's just a beautiful experience. It's some of the top jazz artists in the country, and I look forward to being there, and I look forward to seeing all of you there this weekend in Old Town at Jazz Fest. And you can go to jazzlansing.com if you want more information. We'll talk to everybody next week.